Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Tales of Maj'Eyal. This is the adventures of CuriousGamer, the level 8 Halfling Archmage, and today we're going to go explore the town of Deth, as well as discover another dungeon and hope to get level 10 soon. However, before we do that, we have something interesting to do in Deth. I believe that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. So this is, in a sense, one of the starter towns. It is right next to Trollmire. Most humans come here after leaving Trollmire. And there is something of interest here. I believe it's right up top here, this shady Cornac male. Seems he has something to offer. Let's see what it is. He wants us to battle. Well, I have some combat experience, and it sounds like fun. I don't know where he's leading me. Hopefully it's not the back of a dark alley. Seems to be an arena with some badass music. Defeat all 3 enemies, alright? Now I believe, I may be wrong here, but I believe these 3 enemies are the same every time. I think their stats may vary. However, they're pretty easy and straightforward fights. Seems he shot a projectile at us. I'm just going to move out of the way here. Come up and finish him off with a flame. Oh, he's gone now. We got a gladiator on top of us. No problem. Now, what did he do? I think he stunned us. Yes, he stunned us. And we're also off balance. I'm going to go ahead and use my infusions here. Phase door. Didn't get much distance there. Use my arcane blast, followed by my lightning. Finish him off. And the third monster is a level 9 arcane blade. He is elite. Looks a little tough. I don't think he'll pose much of a threat, however. We're going to go ahead and hit him with our flame. So he should be burning now. I'm going to move back, get a little bit of distance. Go ahead and activate my mana rune. And arcane blast him. So that's that. We get 2 generic talent points, which is exactly what we wanted. That's why we came to this arena. As well as a nice achievement. I love achievements. I'm a sucker for them. And this game has about 1,300, so no shortage there. Keep in mind, I always say Arcane Blast, because that's what this spell is to me. However, it is called Mana Thrust. It's just a bolt, direct damage. Very simple and straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and leave the arena. Got nothing of value here. So I think we're done with the town of Deth for now. There's not much more for us to do here. However, we do have an unspent level. I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to put 2 points into magic, which I'm going to do every level until we finish it off, and 1 point into constitution. I want to try to get this up to around 30, so I'll have a little bit of life to fall back on. However, we're not going to use life too much. We're going to be opting for shields as we progress. However, for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and finish off Mana Thrust with my last point here. Maxing it, giving us 147.58 arcane damage in a beam, which travels through multiple targets. So very useful for killing trash mobs, as well as putting some damage on major mobs. See here, we got 8 generic points. Quite a little stockpile. I don't know exactly what I want to put them in. We got Arcane Restoration level 2. I don't know how necessary that is. Let's see, we hold 195 health at the moment. So this point is essentially being wasted, as with our spell power we have 179 health, which is almost full life at level 1. I think we can go ahead and get over to Aegis, but we really don't need it, nor do we have enough magic to get there. I kind of want Displacement Shield as well. I think I'm going to hold off on spending these points, as I'm not entirely sure what I want. I do know I want Luck of the Little Folk. And do we need Duck and Dodge on this character? The evasion would help, but I'm not sure if we're going to need it. And over here we have a Militant Mind passive. We have access to at level 16. This looks very useful. If 2 or more foes are in sight, my physical power, physical saves, spell power, spell saves, mental saves, and mind power are all increased by an amount per foe per level. So we may end up getting that later on. However, I think I'm just going to go ahead and save those 8 points, because we don't know what kind of drops we're going to get, and it could definitely encourage the build of this character. I redid my bar in between the videos, tried to get a little more suited to my taste. I'm going to go ahead and move my Luck of the Little Folk way over here. Got a little icon error there. Definitely clicked on Luck of the Little Folk. There we go. So let's go find a dungeon. I don't know if I want to clear all the starting areas because there are more up here. This is Norgos Lair, which is a beginner zone right after the starting zone of... I don't know how to pronounce this area. Away into the heart of the gloom. That's not the place I thought I was looking at. However, that is another starting location. It would be safe for us to do these starting locations as we get some free experience because we are over leveled for them. However, I don't want to bore you guys too much, and I don't want to bore myself too much either, so I think I'm going to explore this maze over here. I'm going to rest up before I go in, however, because I know I can get ambushed at the entrance. It's happened to me before. So this area, the maze, is filled with, I believe, thieves, skeleton type monsters, some hidden foes, getting hit off screen there, something attacking me. We got a red ooze here, and a thief right on top of us. This is the beauty of hidden targets. You never know when they're going to be on top of you. He has deadly poison sustained. I don't think we can get him down in one shot, so I'm going to go ahead and phase and try to get some distance. Went around a corner. Hopefully he doesn't hide when he comes looking for me. There he is. And somehow he had a free action right on top of us again, so I'm going to go ahead and take my chances here and blast him down. No problem. And activate my infusion and auto explore back to full health. Discovered a pickaxe we're not going to make any use of. A giant rabbit. What is he doing in the maze? Why is a rabbit down here with these thieves? I guess he was a pet who just grew out of control. These slimes. Just random trash mobs. Free experience, basically. Seems there is a rogue to our north. Ah, he has blinded us. Not good at all. Going to activate my Summertide file for some light. However, it's not going to help at all. I'm blind, so I'm going to rest. And see if we can explore and find that rogue that blinded us. There's a black ooze. Got some cold resistance, not really a problem for us. And a giant black ant, reminding me of Earthbound there. Man, I love that game. I haven't played it in so long. Oh, we got a staff. What do we find? Potent Age Mage Staff of Power. Let's go take a look at it. Interesting Mind Star there. Won't be using that on this character, however. So, what are we wearing? We have this staff we started with 10 to 12 base power, some procs, 10% lightning damage, +1 command staff. Nothing really wonderful in there. Just a bunch of standard stuff. I'm going to opt switch over to this because it's got more damage as well as more lightning and +12 spell power, so it's definitely going to be useful. Go ahead and throw that on, and thankful for the damage increase. Should be able to one-shot some of this stuff, no problem. There we go, 151 damage right there. Go ahead and take care of this cut purse. Another slime. No real problem for us at level 8. We're able to breeze through the maze, so this is a chest. Chests are scary because sometimes when you open them, you spawn boss monsters or rare monsters. Here we get 2 rare monsters. We are surrounded by a cut purse and a thief. One has deadly poison and willful tormentor. I'm not sure what that does. The other one has pace yourself. So these guys can probably put a lot of pain on me as well as some ugly effects. So I'm going to go ahead and phase door and hope I get away from them. There we go, getting a lot of distance there. I'm going to activate my Luck of the Little Folk and blast these guys into oblivion. What did he hit me with there? Kneecapper. Okay. Ouch. He should be dead on this attack, however. We are low on health, no problem, as we have Arcane Reconstruction. I always call it Restoration. Need to learn my skill names a little bit better here. So using my infusions as well as my Mana Surge, definitely taking some damage here. Phase Door has 1 turn left. I'm going to back off from this guy. And Phase Door, see where we go. Not through a wall, so unfortunately we are faced with the Cut Purse who is putting some damage on us. However, I'm just going to blast him with my Arcane and my Lightning. Should take care of him before he's able to take care of us. Exactly. So I'm just going to rest up. Oh, we are poisoned. Are we? Yes, we are. 14.14 damage per turn. We have no way to heal for 2 turns, so I'm going to go ahead and wait this out by clicking on myself to pass 1 turn and passing another turn. Down to 11 health. We got 1 more tick on this poison. I am not sure if I'm going to die here. However, I'm going to activate my regeneration and hope that it overrides that poison and heals me. And yes, it does. We have survived the poison. Death would have been that easy right here. I'm gonna go pick up my loot as well as my chest and see what we get. Some materials there and a few rare items. However, nothing that I'll be using. This dagger would be really useful if I was playing a rogue, which I actually was going to roll. However, with the luck of the random number generator, had I rolled a rogue, that probably would have been a badass staff. I wouldn't doubt it for a second. I'm gonna continue exploring the maze here. We find a great wolf. Hopefully I can just mow through some of these guys and not bore you with the trash. It's interesting to note, I'm blind right now. I can't see. However, I know my mana thrust ability is a beam, so I can fire it and try to cover as many tiles as possible. I think that monster may be here, so I'm just going to fire it like this, and we hit something for 132 arcane damage. Not sure what it was. Going to do the same with my lightning spell. Didn't get anything there, and I'm being attacked, so I'm going to move up, and he is directly below us. But I just want to demonstrate that you can fight while blind, as I just did. I put a lot of damage on him with my mana thrust, and I had no idea where he was, other than exercising a little common sense to try to figure it out. It's not entirely death to a ranged character if you're blind. Archers have a little more trouble with it, but mages usually have some area effect spells they can throw down and put some hurt on, even after being blinded, so I don't really worry about it too much. However, it is very inconvenient if you're surrounded by monsters, because one move can put you in a full surround and you will have nowhere to go. Finding a Minotaur here, he's a little bit more scary than the thieves we were fighting. However, I don't think he's going to be able to get to us in time. We just have too much damage output. So able to easily clear through this stuff. So if any of you guys have been watching the series, hopefully by now, if you're not familiar with the game, you understand that this is a very tactile dungeon crawl. It's not as simple as just running up and saying, whoa, I got good items and I'm high enough level now I can just kill everything. While it may be true at times, it is very easy to make a mistake like I just did and run out of mana mid-combat and have something drastic happen. I mean, something as simple as one monster getting a critical hit on you. See, I'm fully surrounded here. Black jelly, rogue, a great wolf, and a giant white mouse. None of them really look too scary. This rogue's the main threat here. I want to try to kill him as quickly as possible. However, I can get 2 for 1 shot right here, so I'm going to take that. Killing them. I'm going to come back for this rogue immediately with my lightning and my fire. Now, he survived that attack, so only has 8 health. However, I don't want to risk the damage from the black slime. I already see a projectile there. I'm going to go opt to heal myself and finish this fight with a blast to the slime. So they're all gone now. Pick up my loot, and what do we get? A verdant linden robe of life. This is amazing. I feel so lucky right now. This is me happy because I love this game, and I just found a drop that is going to help me for a long time to come. This 1.6 life region is not going to save me in a battle. However, the 43 maximum life is. That is going to help tremendously. And the life is going to help tremendously because now I can fully heal on auto explore without worrying about rest. Also, I think it's worth noting, since I'm on the topic, I'm fairly certain there's an option to make it to where auto explore will always rest to full health and cooldowns restored before auto exploring. That's another thing. If you get in the habit of using auto explore like I do, and then you go to use it and all your skills are on cooldown and you move directly into a fight, you're in trouble because the AI is not going to reset your cooldowns for you before going on unless you tell it to. And I believe the default settings do not tell it to. So, however, I don't turn it on anyway because it significantly slows you down, especially if you have a very low regen on something such as mana. Not much of a problem for us anymore, as that robe really came at the right time. Always going to have full health as we explore now. Able to just run freely through the maze. Not really any threats anymore. However, that may change as we get to the bottom because boss monsters in Tales of Maj'Eyal are incredibly tough. And that is potentially my favorite part of this game, is the boss fights. They are all unique, all challenging, and no two bosses are the same. There's no just straightforward, I have a lot of health and it's going to take you a long time to kill me. It's always something different. Taking quite a bit of damage here. Blinded and beaten to death by a cut purse. However, we are able to survive, and one auto explorer should finish off this maze. Kill that slime right there. Oh, we had a rogue hiding out. It's easy to miss monsters in a place like this. And we have gotten level 9. Curious Gamer is moving up in the ranks. The max level on this game is 50. Still have quite a while to go as we're only level 9. And the rate that you gain experience does significantly slow down. However, as a halfling, we don't take too much of an experience penalty, so shouldn't take us too long to get some levels here. I'm just going to throw this ring on. The acid resistance may come in handy one day. However, right now it's not really a priority. And I don't know why, but I'm going to go ahead and move some of these items to my inventory. I don't really have a use for them. However, I may in the future. I think that dagger may be the only thing I'm going to keep. I kind of like this Mind Star. I don't have any use for it whatsoever on this character. Nah, I'm not going to keep it. So, nothing else really here. I'm going to take this for the 3 strength. Not really too helpful, but nice to have. And I like having a pick. I think I already had one, but now I got to back up. You can mine out the walls in this, and look what we find. As soon as we go down the stairs, we discover a thief roughly 2 tiles away from us. He can close that distance in 1 turn, I'm sure. A nice Minotaur to tank, and the boss, Minotaur of the Labyrinth. How original. We're in a maze, and we discover a Minotaur. So what am I going to do here? He has 4% resist all, and quite a bit of physical save. However, we're not using physical. 25 spell save. A lot of physical power. I do not want him on top of me, nor the Minotaur. However, this thief is kind of scary because if he blinds me, I will be in trouble. So I think I'm going to start my cooldown on my mana thrust. Go ahead and hit this boss and that Minotaur. And then opt to flame the thief, hoping he burns. Yes, he is burnt. And he falls in line for our next spell. I'm going to go ahead and activate my regeneration, assuming that I'm about to take a lot of damage. And not too much there. Back to full health almost instantly. Now I can mana thrust all 3 here. Perfect. And we take a war shout from the Minotaur, which gives us brain locked. Renders a random talent unavailable. No talents will cool down until the effect has worn off. That cooldown hurts a lot. However, I'm not too worried about it, as I'm going to go ahead and lightning and flame this Minotaur. And now phase to get away from him. Getting quite a bit of distance there. We got a projectile coming from the right. Looks like a slime. A red jelly is what it is. No real threat. I might be able to pick him off here. Oh, I pressed 3. I don't know why, but spell's on cooldown. Or off of cooldown, but it still passed a turn for me. Gonna be forced to use my... I'm gonna use my Mana Surge, followed by my Reconstruction. Get my health back here. Now this Minotaur is right on top of us, but we have all 3 cooldowns, so I'm gonna activate Luck of the Little Folk and try to nuke him down. Wow. He hits hard. 99 physical, 9 nature, 7 temporal, 115 total damage. Very painful for a one-shot. Also, he has stunned us. Stun is death. Right now, I'm unable to cast any spells as I'm stunned. Everything has been put on cooldown. I'm going to activate my Wild Infusion to reduce some incoming damage here. And I think that's about all we can do at the moment. I'm going to move 1 tile away, getting our cooldowns back. However, not too much we can do. I'm kind of scared at the moment. I'm going to opt to move again, hopefully not dying. And move 1 more time to get our phase off cooldown. So hopefully this gets us more than 1 tile distance so we can finish this guy off. Phase door. Gave us incredible distance straight into a red jelly. He's no real threat, however, as we should be able to take him out with 1 shot. Oh, he survived and put some damage on us. Down to 41 health. Gonna activate my regeneration here. Finish him off with a fireball. And move down to get a little bit of line of sight here. Should be able to finish this guy off now. Gonna blast him. Lightning. And finally the fireball with his 20 health. So goodbye, Minotaur. And as I said before, every boss fight is fun. Had no idea he was going to be right there at the entrance of the dungeon. Proved quite a threat, almost killing us twice. Still not out of the fray. Maybe speaking too soon here. There we go, back up to full life now. We can come open this chest and we already know what to expect. There's going to be some spawns. Here we go. We get a unique monster, Zeroth the Rogue. Coming with Weapon of Light, Gloom, Chant a Fortress, and Cleave. 47 physical power. This guy's going to put out tremendous amounts of damage. We need to get away from him as soon as possible. So I'm going to phase door Getting incredible distance there and discovering another chest. Looks like we're going to be piled up on some loot here. Need to take out this shadow immediately. Going to hit him with a fireball. And we are blind. However, we did kill the shadow, so that is great. Going to move down. Try to get this blindness to wear off. We discover another shadow. And what is this? A rare ant. No real threats, no resistance. Going to shoot a beam through him. Now, this unique monster should be coming down this run any minute now. It's going to come in our screen. There he is. We got 1 turn left on our phase door. Everything on cooldown. I'm going to go ahead and pop my wild infusion and my regeneration. And move 1 tile down. Everything's still on cooldown. Not sure why. I guess the turn hasn't elapsed yet. Going to go around the corner. Now I should be able to blast both of these. 1 attack. Very awesome. Take out the bear here. Now who do we got left? This cut purse and this unique monster we do not want on top of us. So gonna hit him with a flame spell. And he is right on top of us now. So I'm gonna phase door. Awesome. Couldn't have asked for a better phase door. Use my Mana Surge rune and I'm gonna go back into combat. Let's get rid of this guy. I hit him with my lightning and he seems to have backed off. There he is. Keep in mind I believe he can go invisible. However, he hasn't. Luckily we can hit both monsters with our mana thrust here, killing the cut purse and severely damaging our unique foe, who has just hit us with something. I don't know what it was. Hurt a little bit. Not dead yet. And now we are blind. I'm a little scared. I don't know if I should use my reconstruction to be safe or if it would be premature. I'm stunned with fear. I'm going to try to move up. That was the right way to go. Got a little bit of distance on him. Going to hit him with a fireball here and a lightning. Oh, he's still alive. 9 health. He's got anti-magic bush. Not sure what that does, but it sounds detrimental to me. I think I should be able to finish him off here. Yes, I can. And we get to level 10. The world knows of our achievements. This is awesome. Keep in mind, I started a new account to play this, so I have no achievements unlocked. However, I do have massive amounts of loot on the ground. And what do we discover from this chest? Nothing other than a unique artifact staff. This is what I was hoping for. So in this video, we discovered this healing armor, this premature staff, which is taking care of us, and now this badass staff of awesomeness I haven't even read yet. Powered by arcane forces, perfect 20-24 base power damage, uses 80% of magic, pretty much standard up to that point. Now if we look down at the melee effects, looks like I can put out some incredible damage, and it has a lot of saves. Not sure why it has equilibrium when hit. I'm not going to be making use of that. However, it does have Vim when firing critical spells, which is awesome for this build. And hate and Vim, I'm not going to be using any of that. But I mean, I use critical on this character. This staff would be awesome for another class that I would consider building. 15% spell crit and 9 spell power. I love it. I like my other staff too. It's not far behind that one. However, I'm going to use this for a while. And we also found a rune of reflection. This is awesome. I never get this lucky on a character. Back to back like this, reflect at most 260 damage for 5 turns. Scales with magic stat. Oh man, I couldn't ask for a better rune. And a Titan's copper ring, give us a little bit of health and physical save there. Steel amulet of willpower, back to back, good drops here. We're only level 10, so I mean we take what we can. We're almost naked, so all this equipment adding up, really making me happy. This cloak looks a lot better than wearing nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it on. Yes, it is. Nothing too useful for me. Now this right here has 16% fire resist, 18 mental save. I may take that as a backup. This doesn't have any resist on it. It does have some immunity though. So I think I'm going to carry this for the fire resistance. May need it for a dungeon in the future. And Sonic Shield of Power. I don't think I'm going to use that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that. It'd be nice as a little active, but I think that's it. Let's go pick up the rest of our loot here. What do we got here? A Minotaur. No, you're not scary. Oh, yes, you are scary. That hurt. I'm going to kill him. And then heal. Just because that's the way I roll. I like to kill stuff. I'm a glass cannon, a damage dealer, a recipe for death in this game. However, I'm playing on adventures, so not too worried about it. I got a few more deaths built up. Oh, nice stack from that unique monster. And what did we find? Another staff. Wow. The random number generator seems to be biased. It never has been in the past, however. I've been having some extreme luck here. Finding a third staff, which has some nice critical mods, a nice mana buff. However, I don't think I'm going to need it as our staff... How do we pronounce this? Try to highlight it here. Glelraran. I hope. That counts as me making myself sound like an idiot for the day. Found the Crooked Club. Usually find that in Trollmeyer. No use for this character, but awesome if you're playing a Berserker. You find that, you know you're good for a long time to come. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take off this Acid Resist ring and put on the Savior's Ring of Frost, as it's going to give us some saves that we will be using all the time. Nice to have. Just digging through my drops here, nothing really I want. Pick up the rest of this trash. A lot of lore in this maze. So no, I don't want to level change. I don't know why the Auto Explorer is skipping this chest down here, because I definitely want to open it. What's going to kill us today? An object rolls from the chest. I don't see a monster. He may be hidden. And I think we're good on this one. We just get a free ring. That's awesome. So level change, this should be back to the surface because we have finished the maze, killed the Minotaur, and found all kinds of goodies. This ring is awesome. See stealth, see invisible, infravision radius, stamina, which we're not using, blindness immunity, 11 spell save, and constitution. Oh man, I don't know. I'm going to get rid of my Toucan, put this ring on, thank the random number generator god for taking care of me this playthrough, as I think we're going to be quite comfortable now. I'm going to move this normal inventory. I don't want to get rid of it. And I think that's about all we need. Wow, 42 life on that lantern. Is that better than the Summertide? I think it is. We have 4 light radius as well as the active. I think I'm going to opt for that life right now until I get my shields going. So we should be good now. Yep. Just transmorgify all that, which turns it into gold. We're up to 168 now. Quite a bit from one little dungeon. Had a lot of fun in the maze. Had a lot of fun killing the Minotaur. That fight was a little exciting, I'm not going to lie. Thought I was going to die a few times, but I didn't, however, so everything is good. And as our final reward, we've gained 2 more levels, which gives us 2 points of magic each level, puts us up to 36. Ironically, both are capped for level 10, as well as the amount we needed to reach our level 4 skills. So now I can finally reach Disruption Shield, which I'll be talking about in the next video perhaps, as well as our final damaging spells over here. All these skills are fun and drastically change the mechanics of this class. I think I'm going to put my other points, my other 2 stat points. I don't know if I want to put them into Constitution because we're at 20. It's a nice round number for the time being. I think I might put them into Cunning. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and put both of them into Cunning for the crit chance as well as the saves. And we're up to 9 generic points. We've gained another category point by reaching level 10. Keep in mind there are prodigies over here, which is for higher level characters. Let me just show you those. Nice little sneak peek. You might be able to pause and look at some of these if you're curious. They're what really makes character development fun. Drastically change the way your character's built. However, we're not going to need to worry about those until we get to the 30s. For now, we're dealing with the simple stuff. We've got 3 skill points unused. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off Flame here, as Flame and Mana Thrust are going to be our most used spell. Next, we will be maxing Lightning. However, I think I'm going to take a break from it. And I think I may spend my category point on Ether over here, as these are some of my favorite spells, and I'm thinking about building this type of character. Not quite sure yet. I might go Temporal because it's fun to abuse time. I mean, what superpower could you think of that would be better than controlling time? The skill makes you like the Flash. Look at it. Essence of Speed. Global speed increase. It is just hacks. It might as well be hacks. I mean, if you can control time, couldn't you theoretically control everything? So I'm going to go ahead and spend some of my generic points. I'm just going to put 1 into Duck and Dodge so I can get Militant Mind when I get level 16. And I think that's it for now. I could get Displacement Shield. It'd keep me safe for a long time. I could get Teleport. It'd definitely get us out of some sticky situations. However, it does cost 20.4 mana, which is twice Phase Door. I could also get Phase Door level 5, which will let me choose the target area to teleport to. That would be nice. I think, however, I'm just going to go ahead and wait We don't really need any of them right now. We don't really need to spend any of our points right now. We should be good for the next dungeon. So I'm just going to accept my changes and save what we got. And go ahead and conclude this video. I don't want to make it too long. These files get pretty big. I think this video is going to be around 14 to 20 gigabytes. I don't know how long I've been playing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the maze. I hope you guys enjoyed the arena. And I hope you learned something today. So if you like this video, you like this series, and you like the game, I suggest you give them all a try. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, hop on Steam, or go check out Tales of Maj'Eyal's website, which I'll put in the description below. Drop me a comment, give me some feedback. I'd appreciate anyone that plays this game. If you got some advice, see something I'm doing wrong, or some pointers, I would love to hear them. Anyone learning from this series, if you got a question, feel free to ask it. I really want to get some feedback on these videos so I can start communicating with you guys. After all, the entire point of this channel and the reason I'm on YouTube is to try to build a community and a network of people that like the games that I like and people that want to actually see some of these videos. So don't forget to comment, don't forget to like it, and don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, Curious Gamer.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure and hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe.
Got a question, comment, or game you'd like to see? Let us know by commenting below and do your part
To help IGR discover more great games.